Dang it.
There you are.
I almost made it. Oh, wait.
Yes.
I'm really close today. Wow. I'm really short today, too. Hold on.
A little bit. All right, let's.
Okay, regroup.
Yep.
See, we didn't do any of this
Show
before.
adjustments.
We didn't do any of this before the show
Hey,
started.
Perrin, good morning. And who else? Lori Lee. Good morning. And Gary, fresh from his 18-hour trip up the East Coast.
He did make it. And did you know that today is the grand opening of the one near Harrisonburg, Virginia, along I-Interstate?
what?
Good morning. Buc-ee's.
Oh, the Buc-ee's. That's
Grand
right.
opening.
Gary loves to go to
near
Buc-ee's.
Harrisonburg, Virginia, along I-81 near mile marker 240.
That's crazy.
And they're doing the ribbon cutting ceremony at 10.
Mm-hmm.
And at 6:30 this morning, there was a line out the freaking across the parking lot waiting to get in.
Right.
At Shop to Ice Cream.
Parents already at work.
Wow.
Look at that, guys.
Okay, so we are too.
Well, yeah, but our store opens at 6 a.m. You know, so to speak.
Time to make the donuts. No.
Did everybody have a good weekend?
Yes.
Hmm?
I had a very good weekend. How was yours?
Well, if you're asking me, my weekend was pretty good. But I had family in town from Wednesday until Sunday morning.
Nice.
So there were several dinners. There was a concert.
Nice.
There was sitting around talking, you know, like family does.
Just gathering.
Yep, gathering. I might be able to share a picture or two from that. Although, you know how parents are. Hey, let's get a picture there. Don't you put this on Facebook? You know, one of those deals. Well,
I don't think my mom knew what Facebook was.
Right.
Because whenever I'd say something, morning, buddy, welcome up.
Who we got?
That means Hunka Burning Love. And Debbie made it back to New Bern.
Okay, cool.
Hunka Burning. I get it.
Boom, boom, boom.
All right. We have to explain the story. Which, hold on, July 1st, Buc-ee's grand opening in Brunswick, Georgia. I know. We talked about that on Friday, Gary. Because I was like, wait a minute.
There's
hold on.
so many.
Gary just sent this to us.
Grand openings.
Yep. Hold on here. What am I doing? I'm going here to download this and do that and download this and do that. So Lori, okay.
Yeah.
Lori, Debbie, Diane, and Nancy all showed up at the Black Bear Festival.
That's right. That's where we met everybody.
We were told that Nancy does an Elvis impression. She's an Elvis impersonator.
Which we're intrigued by because I'm an Elvis fan.
He's a huge Elvis fan. Yeah. And so I kept going, a hunka burning love.
Mm-hmm.
And I do the whole, the snarl here.
That's right. Curl the lip.
Yeah, or is that what it's called? I just call it the snarl.
Well, that'll work either way.
And so then, I actually have a couple pictures I have to show you guys. Why isn't this going? So, where was it? Open. Oh, there we go. So, good morning, Chris. Good morning, Jerry.
All right. I sent you a couple of pictures we can do sometime later this morning.
If
you don't mind.
I am downloading.
Who we got here? Oh, yeah, Chris. All right.
All right. Is that your father-in-law?
No, that's
your stepdad?
That's my stepdad. Yeah.
Your stepdad, I meant not father-in-law.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that in a minute.
Nice outfit.
Yes. Well, don't say anything because there's a small story there, and then you can comment as much as you want when we get there. So something you're going to have to wait for. Jerry, what's happening? How are you guys doing this morning?
I already have the one picture of you guys at the
concert. We already did that.
We did that last week.
That was all right.
Where is this?
Hmm.
This looks like one of my kinds of stores.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you where you can get that very item.
All right.
I saw it with my own eyes.
Grass was 4 inches longer than normal. Grass was 4 inches longer than normal.
Oh, wow.
My lawn maintenance grandson came with us on vacation. Spent all day yesterday cutting and trimming. Oh, I'm sure. Good morning. And Gary sent me a really cool video that I can't share on here just because I can't. But it's really good advice. It's kind of like my daughter said, Mom, you're not getting any younger. What are you doing? Enjoy your life.
Make sure you
enjoy it before you can't.
Make sure we're all going to have things that we don't like to do from time to time.
Right.
You can't erase all of that, but you can put stuff into your life that you have control over that make you happy, that make you fulfilled.
Also, if anybody's going to the HRBT, which is the tunnel up in Norfolk area, Hampton area, I think it's closed down. We don't know how long it is, but there was a car fire.
Right. Good tip.
I just saw that. Sorry.
Ooh, your flowers are looking sad.
We had a couple flowers out in
Yeah.
front of the house that Mama Rosie's supposed to water every day, and I can tell when she doesn't, when she hasn't watered them yet because they're going.
Our tomato plants are a little wilty looking. Look like they've struggled.
Yes, you heard correctly. Bill has tomato plants. All right, hold on here. I'm getting some pictures.
All right, so we'll have some pictures. Oh, don't forget, coming up here in just a few minutes, patriotic story on the radio show. Your chance to win some Santa bucks from the Christmas Shop and General Store.
Right, they all showed up.
Be listening for that and some instructions on what you'll need to do to try to win. Perrin says, because you stand out in the middle of the night and water them all night. Probably, Perrin.
Mine looks great. Oh, she also might have gotten. Well, yeah. Oh, that's what I want to do. I didn't send you that picture. I got to do that. I got to send a picture to myself. Hold on. A hunk of burning love.
Oh, wow. Michael's out crabbing. Look at this. He's already out down at Madame Mesquite. It's not exactly how you spell it, but
well, that's how it does when you do it.
Oh, speech to text. All right. I gotcha. Some nice big blue Jimmy crabs. Good luck, Mike.
Nice.
Yeah.
A hunk of burning love. Sorry. All right. I'm sending myself a couple pictures because
oh wow.
Good morning, Beth.
They lost all their pepper plants.
Wait, where? Who?
Gary said.
Oh no.
Is that while you were gone? Oh man.
Oh, they made the turtles and the bunnies very happy. I'm sorry.
That kind of gone.
Yeah, not because they were wilted, because they were. Oh shoot, I'm in the wrong spot. Hold on here. I gotta find out what I'm doing. Good morning, Foy. I said good morning to Beth already. Yes, I did. Okay. Burning love. Sorry.
Let me get things set up for the patriotic story. Hope you guys are into this. It's July 4th week already. Can you believe that?
No.
I mean, really?
I think it got too hot too fast. Yeah. Hi, buddy.
What's happening?
It was a little too hot for Buddy's garden.
Good morning,
LZ must be. Oh, my Lord, have mercy. Let me tell you what.
Mm-hmm.
That dog, we took her to the beach Friday. We took her to the beach on Saturday. Both days. Well, we were at the beach maybe 2 hours on Friday and almost 4 hours on Saturday. Hi, buddy. Welcome back from New York. Did you have some pizza? Did you stop and get some za from Anthony's?
Right.
Anyway.
Hey, boy.
So what happened? Oh, she went out in water so much. I mean, running full speed ahead into the water. Her ball went out. Thank goodness Good Samaritan grabbed her. I mean, or not grabbed her. She was fine. But she got rocked one time, and you see her stand up on her back feet and look at her head. I'm like, wait a minute, where am I? Where am I? But her ball went further than what she could. Then she was willing to go. And so Mr. D's running out there, and she's chasing him. And of course, it's getting too deep, and he's like, oh, and he got wiped out. So then she wanted to save him, which was kind of funny. But anyway, so he's like, all right, it's gone. We can't get it. A Good Samaritan. All I could think of was David Hasselhoff.
Oh, the Hasselhoff. In his red,
except this guy had red. He had like a flag.
You have to run in slow motion, even though in real life you're going
like
that
the
fast.
$6 million man.
Pretty much.
Anyway, so she he dove through the waves. Dove. He was a pretty buff younger guy,
right?
And so he ended up grabbing it and bringing it back, and I was like, oh, you got your ball. And we saw a thing with a fin that was not a dolphin.
Shellwreck.
Going like this.
Oh, really?
In the surf out from us. And then we saw like a cormorant that was kind of diving down too. So there must have been a lot of fish there or something.
Everybody was eating lunch. Maybe it's that time of day.
I guess it was afternoon.
Hi, Debbie.
Yeah, I was almost like looking to see if it was 3:30 because that's usually when the dolphins pass Jeanette's Pier.
Gary.
Good morning. Where are you from? Oh, wait.
You're being too funny.
Silly.
Oh, Chris has got a great question. That'll be the question of the week for some people. How many hot dogs is Chestnut going to eat?
79 is Lori Lee's guess.
Think so?
Yes, for a shark hoodie.
Okay. Alex?
Yes. Okay. I get 2 more pictures to load here. Hold on one second.
Okay. Sounds good to me.
A hunk of burning love.
Patriotic story coming up. Listen carefully to it. We'll explain all this. It's a lot like last year. I think we did this 1 year ago with patriotic stories
we
before.
Did. Mm-hmm.
So it's similar to that.
Mm-hmm.
It might be slightly different. slightly different as to how you can qualify to win
Yep.
or try to answer.
So you can win 25 bucks
question.
and then qualify for that additional 100 bucks on top of that. Okay. Oh, he can eat way more than 59.
You think he can?
I think last time he participated, he was at like 69 or 70.
Yeah, you guys do your research. And see how many he has done in the past.
Real quick, because I keep saying a hunk of burning love. This was 9 years ago.
9 years ago.
And
what do you got?
Debbie, be prepared, buddy.
Oh,
here is a hunk of burning love. She is an Elvis impersonator. Isn't that awesome?
Is that the belt buckle? And
that it has the big wide band. Yeah. Now she's a female version of Elvis, but still, I think it's funny.
That's
I think
awesome.
it's great. I think it's classic. A hunk of burning love. And Debbie, I don't know if you guys were I think in New York at the time, but I noticed that Nancy entered our Seaside Vacation giveaway for No Bummer Summer.
Okay.
And when we say send your name and the word, she sent Nancy, aka hunk of burning love.
See, we'll definitely know who she is. Ain't that the truth?
That made me chuckle.
All right, you guys hang on. It's patriotic story time from the Christmas Shop and General Store, and we'll be right back at you. We got some pictures and some other fun stuff. Doo-doo-up. Bum, 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 doo-doo-up. Again, if you could just be a backup singer. Mic's up. Your station for the killer hits, 102.5, The Shark, Stevie Wonder. You haven't done nothing. Again, I hear that song and I just think to myself, what did the backup singers say when they got the script for this? The lyrics. All you got to say is doo-doo-up, 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 doo-doo-up,
doo-doo-up. Yep.
Thank you very much. Here's your money. It is 8:12, Bill and Cindy, the morning killer hits all day. A patriotic story that could win you some Santa bucks from the Christmas Shop and General Store. That is on the way in just a second, but right now, your shark forecast.
Brought to you by Mosquito Authority, in business since 2002 with cost-effective systems that are proven to work. Mosquito and tick yard treatments are quick without any hassle to you. Mosquito Authority. See just how easy it can be to tackle your mosquito problem at bugsbite.com. I love that.
I do too. That's cool.
Look for sunshine, breezy, chance of afternoon showers and storms, high near 90 today, clear, breezy tonight, 75, mostly sunny, breezy, and hot tomorrow. Slight chance of an afternoon shower, maybe a thunderstorm, and a heat index over 100.
All right, 78 right now in Buxton, 79 in Norfolk, and we'll get 80 in Nags Head at 102.5, The Shark.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas in July. So what are we talking about?
Well, the Christmas Shop and General Store, they always do something cool around Christmas. We've done some pretty great promotions with them in contests. And last year we started something in July when they were talking about starting their Christmas in July month, which they really get into. And they did patriotic stories, and they said, we got so much feedback from that. Could we come back and do those again? Do you think it would be too much? I'm like, no, it's 4th of July week. You can't overdo that. I don't think.
Do it.
So we're going to do them. And here's how it works. Of course, the Christmas Shop and General Store in Manio is going to give you a chance to win $25 in Santa bucks that you can spend just like cash at the Christmas shop. Now, we're going to do that every day this week. In addition to that,
all 5 of you that win
the 25 are in the running for an additional $100 in shots. The story.
Okay.
So you have to listen for the story very carefully because there's info in there that you're going to need to know. Because about an hour and 5 minutes from now, we're going to be asking you a question about the story you're about to hear. And that's where it's all going to start for you.
So what you're saying is there's going to be a question. On. Oh, so you will be quizzed on this.
There's going to be a quiz.
Okay. Yeah, so pay attention.
Definitely. So let's play this patriotic story, and then we'll tell you exactly what you need to do at 9:20. Listen up.
The song Over There was one of the most famous songs of World War I. It proved to be an inspiration both to the young men who were being sent to fight the war, as well as those on the home front who worried about their loved ones every day. On the morning of April 6, 2017, newspaper headlines across America announced the news that the United States had declared war on Germany. While most people who read the newspaper headlines that morning tried to comprehend how their lives were going to change, one man started humming. Now, this may seem like an odd reaction to most people, but not to George M. Cohan. You see, George Cohan was an actor, a singer, a dancer, songwriter, a playwright, and a Broadway producer who had composed literally hundreds of songs, including such famous songs as You're a Grand Old Flag, Give My Regards to Broadway, and I'm a Yankee Doodle Dandy. So it is perhaps not completely surprising that Cohan's reaction to reading the headlines that morning was to hum a song. A few might have expected Cohan's humming to be the start of a very popular song. Cohan continued to hum all morning and soon began to compose a few lyrics. By the time Cohan arrived at work that morning, he had already had the verses written out, the chorus, the tune, and the title of what would become the very popular Over There. Over There was an instant success, selling over 2 million copies by the end of the war. The song Over There is about the Yanks, the Americans, going over there across the Atlantic to help fight the Huns. That's what America called the Germans at that time, during World War I. In 1936, Cohan was awarded the Congressional Gold Medal for writing the song, and it experienced a revival in World War II when the United States again faced Germany in war.
All right, there you go. Now listen, later this morning, around 9:20, we're going to ask you something about the story that you just heard. You'll have a chance to answer the question, and it'll be through our Facebook Messenger.
Yes.
So we're going to ask the question on the air
at around 9:20, and then you will give us the answer via Facebook Messenger, not texting, but Facebook Messenger, not posting on our page either. Go to the Messenger and send us the answer.
Right.
All the entries you'll go into that are correct. That is, you'll go into a hat.
And we'll pull one.
We'll
find out who the daily winner is.
Congratulations! That person will
Boom.
win $25.
Right.
That easy.
And then at the end of the week, after we got our 5 winners, we'll do the same thing and come up with a $100 additional installment of Christmas Santa Bucks. So I think it's pretty cool.
$125 worth of Santa Bucks up for grabs this week.
You can spend a lot of money in there like that.
Absolutely.
Some good stuff going on.
Yep.
All right, so 9:20. Make sure you're listening for that question. Stick around. We got more killer hits and Today in Music within 10.
Your home for the killer hits.
Wake up! Hey, 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 hey!
Wake up!
Good morning.
102.
Okay. So we were breaking up horribly, and it was happening on the radio.
Could have been the button thing.
It was happening on the radio.
It was happening on the radio too.
Yeah, it could still been the button thing.
Well, for those listening through this system, I had not given you the sound on the very beginning music of the patriotic story.
Yep. But Perrin was saying that it broke up. It happened on the radio too. So
okay.
I don't know.
Well, maybe it's something else.
All right. So.
All right. Wow.
Real quick. We were talking Gremlins. It might have been. You never know. So, all right. Over the weekend, we had rain here.
Yeah. Boy,
on Saturday, evidently, it poured in Manio in the afternoon.
I couldn't believe it.
I was in Coquina, which is down by Body Island Lighthouse, and it didn't rain. Yesterday afternoon, I could see where it was rain. This is actually pretty cool. This is a picture I took yesterday afternoon.
Oh, hold on.
Can you see the rain showers like right there in the middle? Like in between the two docks, you can see the rain actually coming down out of they can't see me doing that.
That is something.
But yeah, it was pretty interesting. Like literally, it was just the rain. It like the two little you could see it. It was crazy. All right, let's see. We showed you hunka hunka.
We got some time. Let's talk about Friday's special guest that kind of popped in. We got a picture of us. You might have seen the Facebook post on this. Had no idea this guy was going to stop by and say hi to us.
No.
And that's Charles Eston. He has been to the Outer Banks many times.
Since he was in college at William and Mary, like 25 years ago.
Yeah, so he was in a band, and they used to come down here, and they would play like Atlantis Beach Club, Mexicanos, and places like that were open back in the 80s. And he went on, and he got into an acting career. But he still have this huge passion for music. But on the acting side of things, he just did a Western, which he just filmed, which I think because of the 2 big shows he's been on in the last 5 or so years, this ought to get some good exposure. He was on Outer Banks.
which
Okay, he was the bad guy, Ward, right?
Wade Cameron.
Wade Cameron, sorry. And then also he
I
was
think it was
in
Wade.
the
Yeah, it was
TV
Wade.
show Nashville.
Yep.
So he pops in and he's playing the Pioneer Theater. He was Friday night in Manio. So he walks in with Michael Bass Knight from the Pioneer Theater. And he's just coming by to say hi. And he took some pictures and we talked a little bit. And I did a
Mhm.
video for my boys. It was so funny because I said, man, I said, you know, I know who you are and I've kind of seen you. I said, but if my two sons were here, they'd be flipping out. He goes, do you have a phone? I'm like, yeah. So he grabs my phone and he takes this video and says, hey, Dylan, hey, Nick. You know, this is Charles. Yeah, I know you say you like me on the Outer Banks, but you probably really don't like me because I'm a bad guy.
Yep.
That was really made their
He
day.
played Sarah's dad.
Okay, there you go. So there was a lot of commotion around
I'm gonna do
here
that. Hold on.
on
Oh,
a
there we go.
Friday, and it was a lot of fun. It really was. It
Other
was really
things
cool.
he's made like appearances on
Mhm.
NYPD Blue.
Oh yeah, he said did ER with Stamos.
He did ER with John
Mhm.
Stamos. He was on the Drew Carey show for 2 episodes. He was on the Brian Benman show, whatever that is, 7 episodes.
Right.
He was on Party of 5, 6 episodes.
Okay.
He also was on Married with Children for 2 he did 2 episodes there.
Really?
He was on a TV series called The Crew, 21 episodes.
All right.
That was mid 90s. He
Huh.
was also on Cheers for 1 episode.
Okay.
He also was on, Married with Children, 2 episodes. I think I said that.
Victoria.
Hold on. The Drew Carey trip.
That's a pretty
The
man.
Guardian. He is
Nice. Oh yeah.
I'm thinking that
You're
he
right
was
about
also
that
on The
smile.
Office.
Oh, is he on The Office?
He was on The Office for 8 episodes. It was when
Okay.
Jim had to go to Connecticut, so he filled in for Jim.
Okay. All right. Oh,
Yep,
look here, Ruth.
that is a pretty
Ruth
man.
is checking in from
Good
Kill
morning.
Devil
Oh, you're finally,
Hills.
yeah, you made it from Baltimore.
Yay! Way to go!
But
way to
yeah,
go.
he was he could not have been any nicer. I mean, seriously, he could not
Yeah.
have been any nicer.
It was pretty cool.
He came up to me when he came out because he did an interview, played a little
Mhm.
song on our country station. Came out and Michael Bass Knight was here with him too.
Yeah.
And when he introduced me and I was like, he's like, hi, how are you? And I said, I'm a hugger. He's like, I am too. Gave me this big hug. Anyway, he goes, hey, let's do a selfie. Let's do a selfie. You got a phone? I'm like,
Right.
yeah, sure. So we took a selfie. Actually, we took like 3 or 4 selfies.
And
But-
Stamos is there photobombing the whole thing.
Yeah.
And you know what? He did not say a word to Charles.
He didn't. He was rude.
How rude.
Anyway, and his wife Patty, very nice lady.
Yeah.
And I overheard her talking about
The work she does.
the work that she does. She's evidently some kind of I don't know, behind the scenes person when it comes to making movies and stuff.
Yeah.
And I heard her say when I was Kevin Costner's assistant,
That'll make your eyes go or ears
I was like,
go, what?
because they were talking about Yellowstone and they were talking
absolutely.
about the the Beethoven dog.
Shelley's here. Good morning.
You know, the big great
The Beethoven
the-
movies. Yeah, absolutely. How you doing, Shelley?
St. Bernard's, thank you, with all the puppies and everything else.
Yeah.
But he probably can do helicopter sounds.
Probably can't get off the ground though.
But I found out that she actually was Kevin Costner's assistant, like helping him while he was filming the movie Tin Cup.
Who?
Patty, which is
We're about to tell you something
Hold
that
on.
happened Friday.
hold on, I'll show you the picture.
You might not know.
Charles Eston.
Yeah.
He was the dad on Outer Banks.
Right.
He also played in Nashville.
The
Yeah.
TV
His
show.
wife Patty was Kevin Costner's assistant when he was
Oh.
filming Tin Cup.
He
Oh,
came
that's
in, surprised us all after our show
Couldn't have
on
been any
Friday
nicer.
because he was playing a music show at the Pioneer Theater, which he
I saw
sold
Could
out.
not
by the
have
way.
been a nicer
Yeah.
guy.
It was pretty cool.
I mean,
Have
very.
you ever seen him on Whose Line Is It Anyway?
He's also been on that too. No, I have not.
Oh, he is
really?
fabulous on
Mhm.
that show.
He
If
has-
you
You're kidding
never
me.
watched it, go back and
I've
watch
seen
that.
that with Drew Carey
Yes.
and
Mhm.
Him and Ryan Stiles and Colin Mockery and Charlie. Charlie was one of the regulars on there.
I don't.
Charles.
That's
Charles.
been a long time.
Pardon me, Charles.
See, now you're gonna make me go binge
No, dude,
watch
you
this.
seriously need to go binge watch that. He
Okay.
is because him and Wayne Brady.
Yes.
were
Wayne
known
Brady,
for
yes.
their musical
Yeah.
talents
You know
and
what?
stuff.
I may have seen him on that then and not realized I saw
Yes,
him on
you
that.
did.
Wow.
I'm promising you did.
Gary wants to know what the containers are you use for your garden again.
Oh, Vago Garden. VEGOGARD.
Similar to the car Vega, but with an O.
Exactly.
It's for vegetables.
Yes.
Tell how old we are when we start mentioning cars.
Is
that
it
haven't
Vego or
existed
Veggo?
for 50
It's
years.
Vego. I always said Vigo Garden,
I'm
but,
thinking-
but I
I'm
found
thinking
out it was
Veggo.
Vego.
I'm thinking veggie because it's
I-
vegetables.
Yeah.
I've listened to the people who own the place, and it's Vego. I'm like, Vego.
Well,
What
I'm
is
gonna,
that?
Vego.
I'm gonna protest. It's gonna be
I
vejo.
know. I'm protesting with you. I just
As in
don't think it
vegan?
makes
Veg,
For vegetables. Why not?
sense.
Veggie garden. It should be
Okay.
veggie garden.
I
Whatever.
agree. Hi,
Um,
everybody.
So anyway, so Charles
look
was
what I-
here.
And look what I
That's
found
so
out.
cool.
Kind of missed him by just a
Look what I
little
found
bit.
out.
Barbecue is not a verb. No, it is not.
That's my new motto.
You either cook out,
Right.
You grill,
you grill,
Mhm.
Hmm.
or you just
or you eat barbecue,
right.
That's
or
right.
you cook barbecue.
Or you.
But you don't barbecue,
Barbecue.
on a grill. It is
Yeah.
not a verb.
But most
Right.
of the people up north say, "Hey, we're having a barbecue this
Nope.
weekend. You want to?"
No,
That's
we're not.
exactly right. They do.
That drives me
They
nuts.
do. They do.
Drives me
Shelly,
nuts.
how's your weekend? Everybody doing okay? How's your mom?
She's doing okay. She's
Good.
doing
Better.
all right.
She's doing better.
She did. Yeah, she was up
Okay.
out of the bed yesterday for a good portion of
Good.
the day. I had her
Right.
busy doing stuff. I was like bringing stuff to her and going, "Go through this bag. Go
Good.
through this.
Okay.
We're
Good,
getting
good.
rid of crap. Get
Okay,
rid of this."
good.
So, yeah,
Perfect.
she's
Um,
doing okay.
Is your family in town already?
No,
Okay.
no, they're coming. My brother and his family get here Wednesday night. The rest of my family gets here Thursday night, maybe.
Who knows?
I think. I don't know.
Okay.
You'll,
can't
you're ready
remember.
for him.
Yeah.
So one more follow-up question from CNN
Gary.
reporter Gary Grabowski.
Yes.
Can you order or pick up at Home Depot? Do you know?
No, you have to get them from the,
Okay.
the
Company.
website, the
All right.
company themselves. Now, I will say this: they're more expensive. I think I
Right.
said that before. They are more expensive. However,
They're
I
worth
think
it.
the quality is worth it.
Yeah.
But you can get other beds that are like those that are nice and do the same thing. So I mean,
Okay.
will they last as long? Don't know.
Don't know.
Don't know.
See, Perrin grilled fish. She didn't barbecue. them.
Yeah, we grilled fish too. Daryl made the best grilled mahi.
Oh,
I
I
know, you guys
saw
have
the
to talk.
post.
we had grilled steak.
All right. Break a lip. Have a
All good
great
on me?
day.
No, I'm good.
Okay.
And we'll see you on the flip side. All right. Here we go. David Lee is getting ready to sing in your ear. Hang on just a second. Mic's up. Your station for the killer hits 102.5. The Shark, David Lee Roth, Diamond Dave, and California Girls. It is 8:26. Bill and Sydney in the morning. Killer hits all day.
It's going to be a sunny one, a breezy one as well. Chance of afternoon showers, maybe a storm high near 90. Clear, breezy tonight, 75. Mostly sunny, breezy, and hot tomorrow. Slight chance of afternoon showers and thunderstorms, and it's going to feel like it's close to 100.
Yes, 78 right now in Shawboro. We got 76 in Ahoskie and 80 in Nags Head at 102.5 The Shark.
Time now for Today Music, brought to you by Bojangles. At Bojangles, they serve up those hot, fresh, made from scratch buttermilk breakfast biscuits all day, every day. So anytime you're ready, it's Bo time.
All right, it was 2019. Taylor Swift's former label, Big Machine, was sold to a guy named Scooter Braun and his company for an estimated $300 million. Now, that gave him control
That's true.
of her entire back catalog, all the stuff she recorded up to that
Mhm.
point, including the master recordings. She did not like this at all.
Nope.
She accused Braun of bullying her and said that she would re-record all of her old albums to devalue his purchase.
And she did.
She did.
Yes,
By the
she
way,
did.
she just bought it all back.
Yep.
2004, Kinks founding member Dave Davies, who was 57 at the time, was left paralyzed on the right side of his body after suffering a stroke.
At only 57?
Yeah.
Okay, that's
something
scary.
Yeah,
That's
it
2
is.
years from now. Not even a year and a
Well,
half for me.
for you. Yeah.
Phew. It was 2001. Beach Boys member Al Jardine went to court in a bid to sue his former bandmates, claiming he had been frozen out of the Beach Boys. Jardine lost his case in 2003.
No, just a side note on this.
Mhm.
They did make amends, and he's played
They've
off and on with
reconciled, yep.
them for an additional 25 years.
Yep,
And so it comes and goes with him.
absolutely.
But at least they're friends.
It was 1995 when Garth Brooks was given a star on Hollywood's Walk of Fame. The country singer buried the master tape of his hits album under the star.
But lucky for you, there were enough extra copies out there. You could sell them online and in Walmarts all across America.
It was 1977. Marvel Comics launched a comic book based on the rock group Kiss.
Oh,
1975, Cher married Greg Allman 4 days after divorcing Sonny Bono. And the couple actually split up 10 days later, and it was then followed by a 3-year on and off again marriage.
Just crazy thing. Just crazy. How about music birthday?
Fantasia from American Idol. She was the winner one year. She's 41.
Okay.
And Cole Swindell, country singer, is 42.
All right. That is Today in Music. Stick around. Up within 10 minutes. News and weather together. And more killer hits coming up, too.
All right. Here and marinated tuna. What do you marinate it in? I've heard marinating it in Italian dressing makes it really, really good. Except I would just throw it on the grill for maybe 30 seconds, flip it over for 30 seconds, and then take it off.
Fish?
That's just me. Tuna.
Tuna. Oh,
Yeah, that'd be tuna.
Sounds good to me.
Lori, have you ever grilled romaine on a grill? I have never grilled romaine on a grill. Like romaine lettuce. We're talking like
No.
Caesar.
Never
No.
have.
What,
She's asking that question?
I've even had people, they say they keep the corn in the husk when they put it on a grill
Right.
and cook it that way. I've never done that either. I
No.
think today you need to play an Elvis song on the radio.
Oh, yeah?
Or we
That
could
be fun.
or we could do one tomorrow as a Forgotten 45.
Forgotten 45?
A hunk of burning love.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. See, I don't know why I have to do that. Every time you do that, I have to go, yeah, 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 yeah. We're going to win this race.
We're gonna win this race.
Lemonade.
Just
All right, so I got a question on romaine, Lori.
yeah.
Can it be just the regular this size romaine, like 3 in a
Get
bag?
the romaine hearts.
Or do you go to like the fresh place and get the big romaines that have a little thicker and bulkier? Because I've seen that too. Just is there a difference?
All right, what's Evo? What's EVO?
I don't know.
Oh. EVO. Oh. I don't know.
Oh.
There's a little, I've
I don't know.
never.
Is that another spice?
I mean, that's kind of like, I guess, we put asparagus on the grill.
Parents says Italian dressing,
Italian. Oh, we should
Worcestershire sauce,
Ah, okay.
soy, and a dash of liquid smoke.
Okay. All right. Also marinate it for 20. Oh, it doesn't over marinate it? Because a lot of times,
That's a great
sometimes it
question.
over
It's like,
marinates.
what happened?
Usually out of her garden. Okay, so she doesn't know she gets it out of her garden.
Oh, all right.
All right, so I showed you the thing. We showed you that thing. Let's go to this thing.
Okay. I don't think he can see this. If so, I might not be here tomorrow. Just letting you know. I might not.
We can say hi to Keegan and Freddie.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
you mean on the
All right,
radio?
let's do that.
If
We
we
can
do-
do that. Remember that just before
8:50
when we do the jokes. We'll
Yes,
say hi.
right before we do the weather.
Yeah. Okay.
Actually, we'll say, hey, by the way, big shout out
All
to
right,
Keegan
we'll
and
do
Freddie.
that. Okay. All right. So this is
Oh.
this is my stepfather. This is my stepdad, and I've never seen him dressed like this in my entire life. I really haven't. I love
That's
the
your
shirt.
disclaimer.
Yeah, right. And all my life he's had a variation of mustache and beard and stuff.
Okay.
But, he's in his 70s now, so his hair is white, and so is his mustache, and he let it kind of grow out. And when he kind of called it the Fu Manchu or kind of look, and I said, well, yeah, I guess so. But Mrs. Thomas, she nailed it. She goes, now we know what Panama Jack looks like at 70. And I'm like, dang on, I think he does look like Panama Jack. But there is, I think it's a black drum, maybe,
Okay, sure.
that he had caught
Okay.
somewhere where he went fishing. And so he had a good time. And we went to see, as you well know, Travis Tritt together, and just had a really cool time. So
right.
I just had to share the picture because I thought it
Before-
was funny.
We get rid of that picture.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to do something here real quick. Hold on.
Okay.
How do I print screen? There we go.
Right.
Is that right? No, this is right. Okay, hold on. It's going to take me a second or two, but I can't get off of this yet. I
Okay.
can't leave this one. New. Create. Paste. I have to edit it.
Ruth, we're happy to do things like that from time to time. Remind us again just before we go to the break. We'll probably remember it, but just never know.
You think? I'll forget.
Mhm.
Unless you know what we could do? We could Ron Burgundy it. Put it
Aha.
write it in there. Hold on one second. here.
Perrin says that's the way that she used to do it at Arby's North.
Oh,
That would have been up there where Two Roads Tavern is now. Is that correct?
is that where it was?
Yeah, before it was Longboards, I think that was RV's North. I believe.
Oh. I thought you said Arby's.
No, not Arby's.
That's what I thought you said. That made me laugh. No, you meant RVs. I thought you meant Arby's.
Looks like Gary's planning another trip. He says, "Who wants to go on a river cruise down the Danube? Is that right?
Danube.
Danube, 10-day, and get free Wi-Fi and drinks and gratuities included."
Ooh,
Any takers on that?
that didn't sound bad. Okay, so that's Bill's dad. All right, his stepdad.
Yeah.
Tell me he doesn't remind you of this man right here.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
I mean, look at that.
Yeah,
Ready? That,
right. And
and then that.
the funny thing is,
It's the walrus mustache.
related to that, if you know, you know. We sat around most of one evening talking about diabetes.
Okay, that's pretty
Because
funny.
we both have
Diabetes.
that.
They do look like
burden.
twins, don't they? I agree. Okay, so then Bill
Mhm.
sent me. Oh Lord, I don't know what this is. Oh no, that was me. Never mind. Hold on.
You're
sent
going
me-
shopping?
What'd you send me? What's this?
Okay. There's a picture of some clothing. Okay. That could have
really
gone
cool.
along with the Charles stuff that we
Yep.
did earlier. But there he is doing the Andy at the Pioneer Theater. And what Michael Bassnight likes to do when somebody comes in and plays the venue, he gets the ladder out
And let's
and
change the
the
name.
very marquee that Andy used when he stood on the ladder there and
Yep.
put his name up right at that very theater back in the 1950s. So
Yep. Pretty cool.
little history for you there, and this is kind of cool. I just
I
think
think
that's a
so
cool
too.
idea.
All right, hold on. I got to do this again because they're like twins. And Debbie thought that that's who it
Mhm.
was, but no, it's not. That was Bill's stepdad. I think that's pretty funny. Okay, so then,
Right.
let's see. When did you see the clothing? Saturday or Sunday?
Yesterday.
Okay, Sunday. So let me do Saturday, or let me do Saturday night first. So Tamara, her dad, Lori already saw this one.
Right.
Her dad and they bought season tickets to the Live from OBX. So they were at the
Oh,
Uncle
they've
Cracker.
got the season pass.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Okay, so this is Howard and Jake Owen.
Yeah. Now Jake looks a little different. So does Howard though, because of the hat.
The cowboy hat makes him look
Yeah.
totally different. I don't even know how that happened. Tamara didn't reply back to me when I asked her. But that's our dancing buddy from
Howard
the
looks-
Beach Boys.
Howard just looks cool everywhere he goes.
Doesn't matter what it is.
Love
Beach
that guy.
Boys, Jake Owen, found insulin in a house last weekend. Guest left. Someone told me to bring it to CVS and they
Oh,
took
wow.
care of it.
Yeah, I wonder what happens when you find
If guests don't
medications like
come
that.
back for it. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, because that could be dangerous, I think.
Mhm.
All right. So then, you have to explain and tell me
All right.
where.
Okay. Food Kitty, the one Nag said to the furthest south.
They now
You have started a trend.
I have.
Yes,
Started
you
at
have.
Publix.
Yep.
Then I
And
went
now
to CVS.
everybody's got to have them.
Then I went to Teeter, and now it's at the Lion.
Yeah, it's even at White's out in
Oh,
Man's Harbor.
Yeah,
too.
wow,
Look at you. So I just thought, man, that's
that's
Cindy
kind of
right there.
exciting.
Yep.
All right, quick question for. Wait, what was that? Oh, I already said that. Okay, so I don't know why, but we were watching this show last night when I first crawled in bed
Mhm.
about. It was called. Hold on, Promise, Promis.
Okay.
It was some kind of like program that they came up with for
Mhm.
police and whatever and detective agencies and government and there was a big stink and it was the writer investigator that got killed in Martinsburg, West Virginia in 1991 at
Ooh,
the Sheridan right along Interstate 81 because he was meeting somebody there that had more details
about something
about
bad.
something and he was going to spill the beans and they found him dead in a
Dang.
bathtub. But anyway, so I was looking at the computers because this was happening back in 80s and I'm looking at the computers and I remembered that I had one of these.
Okay. Is that a Tandy?
No, Commodore
Oh,
64.
Commodore 64.
Do you
Wow.
remember? I had a Commodore 64.
Mhm.
I
That's
had a
wild.
Commodore, which is the top one up on the left, I do believe.
Yeah, and they were expensive then.
Well, we bought it used, and it was still ridiculously
Right,
expensive
right.
though.
Right.
And it had like one speed.
Which was
1 mile an hour, maybe,
right,
if you
maybe.
compared it to a car.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
I think it's been Lions for 2 years. Not that.
Well,
I don't think they've
dang.
had it at this one. I've never seen dresses here.
No, not there. I've seen
I've s-
hats.
I've seen hats and hoodies.
like
Hoodies.
tourist shirts,
Yeah. And
like the one I'm
like the one you're wearing.
today.
It was a Tandy and no hard drive.
Oh wow,
That was our. You had a. Oh wow.
it's like they called them word processors. Remember?
Ours. We called ours a computer.
Yeah.
Ours was a Commodore 64 computer,
Mm.
and it had like Barnstorm or something was the game, and it actually had some kind of like a joystick or something,
Right.
or you did something with the keys. I don't remember,
Okay.
but you literally would this plane you would take off out of a barn and you'd fly around and then you'd land back in the barn. Hoggly woggly.
I love that. I'm gonna steal that
I
one.
don't think
Hmm.
Hoggly Woggly does have them.
I haven't seen
I don't think
that
I've ever.
there.
I was in there. When was I in there?
I don't believe I've seen that there.
When was I there? Yeah, that's about right.
Holy
I
smokes,
think
really?
we bought ours used, and I think it was like $1,200 or something
Okay.
ridiculous. And for the speed that but it had the big old floppy 5.5-inch discs.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Floppy disc. Yep. That's about right,
Crazy
Debbie.
how quickly and how far we've come.
It's insane.
It is. And today's social media day, which is directly attached to all that computer.
And I still want to do this again just because I have to.
Okay.
Look, I swear it's the same guy. Are you sure that's not?
Um,
Are you sure that's not him?
I'm pretty sure.
You old buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Wilford's passed, man. He's not even with us anymore.
I know he died in 2020, I think.
Yeah.
But
I
that
love-
picture could have been taken in 2020
Well, the
or
funny thing is,
2019.
because Wilford had that white mustache, the actor we're talking
The
about,
Walrus.
Brumley.
The Walrus,
He was in
the firm.
he was in The Firm, but he was also in that movie where the Fountain of Youth, the old people
Oh, Cocoon.
Cocoon.
Oh, yeah. When he was in Cocoon, he was younger than I am.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, thank you.
A hunk of burning love.
Yeah. Y'all crazy.
That's so funny.
Y'all crazy.
Debbie, how old am I? And Lori said,
Mm.
hunka. So does that mean she's the same age as hunka?
Maybe.
36? I know. Isn't Gary great? I told you guys, yeah. Well, Buc-ee's is opening up one in Harrisonburg, Virginia. So next time, if I go up that way,
Mm-hmm.
oh, now flip the numbers. Oh, okay. Nuh-uh.
Woohoo,
You are
really?
not.
Ain't no way.
I don't think so. I think you lying. Anyway, but that means if I go up that way, I can go to the Buc-ee's.
There we
I'm
go.
so excited. It's either go 4 hours that or 5 hours that 4 hours that way or 4 hours to Florence. Either
Right.
one. Older, she's reversed. I still have HP with Windows 7. We've got HP 7, Windows 7 here somewhere at a couple of computers.
Yes, there are a few dangling around.
Mm-hmm.
Believe it or not.
And they're still in like operation.
Yeah.
They're still being
They frown at you every once in a while.
every day.
Well, yeah, well, it can
I
happen.
have to take a bite of this. It's melting.
I swear. All right. So that was pretty much our weekend. And we're looking forward to 4th of July weekend, which is, man, I can't believe I knew it was coming. I could see it coming on the calendar. I was thinking about this. It's going to be here before we know it. And here we are. July 4th is Friday. And, just when you start running fast in the middle of summer, stop for a second because it's July 4th. Take a breather, watch the fireworks, eat some great food, and roll on until Labor Day, which is a stretch.
And Freddie, I have to remember this.
Keegan and Freddie.
I gotta put it in there. We'll forget.
Okay. Oh, really, Gary?
We got a lot
Okay.
to do in this break too.
Okay. We do?
Keegan, We
Okay.
do. We have our jokes. We have kickoff.
Mhm.
If I can type, make it easier.
Right.
All right. So I'm guessing they're down here with you on vacation. This
Who be that?
Keegan and Freddie.
Okay.
Okay.
Our show on July 4th will be partially pre-recorded. I'll
Yes.
say that to you up front. Because the
man.
technology exists to do some of that. Some of the we rerun some things you might have heard before, or you might hear some things that are recorded. That gives us, especially for July 4th, we take that day off. That doesn't mean that everybody's here.
5 minutes. Give or
5
take a
minutes.
couple minutes.
Oh, she's asking when, or you just telling her?
She's saying any word today, and I said, yeah.
Yes,
about
there
5
will be.
minutes. All week long, but I'm here all month. Nice. Nice. Good way to do that. So I put up a picture of something over the weekend. I was like, you know what? I'm blessed. I'm living the dream. I mean, we go to the beach for 4 hours, came home, beautiful kind of weird sunset. And there was just, this and that. And so my buddy Cliff, he posted on my page and said, I am too. And he posted a picture. And I'm like, where are you? So I called him.
Where is he?
He's in Jamaica. I'm like, you jerk. It was his wife Lisa's 60th birthday.
Okay.
So they decided to have
Yeah.
that was her trip.
Wow.
Lori Lee celebrates. What does Lori Lee celebrate?
I don't know.
I don't
But
know.
I'll tell you this, and Cindy will do a post at least once every other week or so, and she'll say
Of a
something
sunset?
like that. She goes, "I'm really living the dream,
Oh yeah, living my
love
best,
where I
living my
live.
best life.
living my best life."
Yeah,
and
100%.
again, it's because of sometimes because of money and things, you're able to make decisions quicker. I get that, but they were here on vacation. This was Mr. D and Cindy. I don't know, 5 years ago, about
5 years ago at the end of August.
right? So, and they were on their way back, and I think one of them looked at the other and says,
It was him.
Why are we going home?
No, he just said, "What are we doing?" I said, "We're going home." He goes, "Why?"
Why?
I said, "Because I have to go to work tomorrow." And he said, "Why?" I said, "Because I have a job."
So what I'm telling you is,
And that's when he said, "Let's
Don't-
just move here."
don't be afraid to don't think you can't do something because we just do it this way. We got all these obligations. Well, you know what? Change them.
Well, Mr. D
Make
and I
it
were.
happen other
The weird
places.
thing is, Gary sent me a nice, a video saying, the three things people say they regret after they retire.
Mm-hmm.
That they're saving all this money
Right.
for what? When you get too old and you can't appreciate it and you can't use it. Also
Well,
says, if you are in a position that you can continue to live without stocking up and hoarding all this money, to do so, start living it so you can actually have those memories even longer.
Right.
And just life is too short.
Mhm.
Don't sit there and just work every day as hard as you
Yeah.
can just so you can have this big mound of money if you can get by on a little mound. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, it does.
Vacation, then got married here and said, why not move
Why
here?
not
There
move
you
here?
go.
Yep.
There you go. But even Mr. Dina, he was saying something. The reason he figured out the reason we could do what we did
Mhm.
is because he didn't have any children. My children were grown and out of the house. And we also had the condo
Right.
to stay in Kill Devil Hills. And speaking of condo, there was a 648 square foot house with one
Right,
bedroom and one
right,
bath.
right.
Another one popped up.
Mhm.
It was only 879,000. And Mr. D goes, "You've got to be talking Key West." I was like, "Yeah, how'd you know?" I would not want to live there. I'm sorry. That's ridiculous. But
Wow.
anyway. Oh, Gary sent a picture.
Okay. All right. If we can get to it, we certainly
The
will.
name of your house is Why Not? That is
Oh,
so
that's too
cool.
All right. So we're gonna have the shout out for Ruth,
Yes.
and we're gonna do the Killer Workday kickoff. We're gonna do the jokes. Are we gonna do a keyword?
We're going to do a keyword.
Are we gonna do a keyword?
Yes.
We are. Okay. We're gonna do a keyword. So
Oh.
hang on, Sloopy. Sloopy, hang on. We'll be right back.
Hang
Big old check. All right, mic's up. Your station for the Killer Hits 102.5, the Shark, Steve Miller Band, and Jet Airliner. Good morning to you, 8:49. It's Bill and Cindy in the morning. Killer Hits all day. On the way, your Killer Workday kickoff. As always, brought to you by Billy's Seafood, Collington Road and Kill Double Hills. They've been around since 1971, and boy, do they give you the best local seafood. Crabs, clams, shrimp, oysters, fish, that great some kind of salad.
Tuna salad that Grandma makes.
that Grandma makes.
Mhm.
Local blue crabs. You can order them ahead of time. 441-5978, 1341 Collington Road in Kill Double Hills.
All right, big shout out, by the way, going to Keegan and Freddie
Okay.
down here on vacation with Ruth.
All right.
Thank you guys so much for listening, and I hope you enjoy your vacation. And sorry that you have to leave at the end of the week. And
Boy, you
I
picked
think
a
it's your
great-
grandma gets to
You
stay here.
picked a great week to come down here. That's for sure.
Absolutely, 4th of July and everything else.
Keegan and Freddie.
But Keegan and Freddie
All right.
coming from near Baltimore. I'm guessing.
Baltimore?
Actually, no, I think they're up in Virginia.
Okay.
It's going to be mostly sunny, breezy today. Chance of afternoon showers or storms. High near 90. Clear, breezy tonight. 75. Mostly sunny, breezy, and hot tomorrow. Slight chance of afternoon showers or thunderstorms with heat indexes over 100.
All right. 79 right now in Camden, 80 in Manio, and 82 in Nags Head at 102.5. The Shark.
All right. Once again,
Okay.
we're going to talk about that.
No bummers summer.
And the seaside vacation giveaway is
Yes,
part of that.
It is.
Kind of like the Christmas in July.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. So, what you need to do so you can qualify to win a week-long stay at Sea La Vie in KDH on the ocean.
Is text the keyword to us.
Yeah, along with your name,
Mhm.
252-441-1025.
What would that word be today?
Foosball. Because there's a foosball table that's in that
Oh,
house.
really?
Foosball.
Kind of like foosball.
Foosball.
Foosball is the devil, Bobby.
Foosball's the devil in Waterboy. Exactly.
FOOS.
BALL 252-441-1025.
All right. That's what you got to do.
And did you know I have a pet termite?
No way.
I named him Clint.
Clint what?
Clint eats wood.
All right.
I
all
burnt my Hawaiian pizza over the weekend.
right. Oh, no.
I guess I should have put it on a aloha temperature. My friend really changed once she became a vegetarian.
How so?
It's like I've never seen her before. Her before?
Oh.
Get it?
Gosh. Herbivore.
Ba-boom. Shh.
Thank you.
Boom. Shh. They were so excited. You're welcome. Done. All right. We moved to the Outer Banks because we got married there and loved the people. Hold on. They were so nice. I said, when we retire, let's move. And then I had to retire. So we moved there. Nice.
Nice.
The
Nice.
foosball. Met my husband play. Oh, nice. Foosball's the devil. Bobby. I love Vicky Valancourt. You can't tell me nothing. No.
Right.
Everything's the devil, mama.
That's right.
Anyway. All right.
All right. So
Now, okay, Ruth, are they from Virginia? They're from the Chesapeake area. I'm thinking that's where you always come down and stay with them. Am I
Yeah.
right on that? Am I right?
Right.
Right.
maybe.
Ned? Ned
Net.
Ryerson? Sorry.
Are you serious?
Am I right? Right. Yes. Okay, they're from. Okay, so I was right. And are your grandma? I'm thinking because you always say you're going to Chesapeake to be with the grandkids.
Right.
I just want to make sure my facts were straight when I said what I said. I said what I said. What I said. So what else happened this weekend?
Let go. That's not it.
Let's see.
I was gonna find.
Elsie got so tired when we were at the beach. This is not like her. She actually laid down and was like, "Okay, I'm done." But then, of course, she gets up
Mhm.
a few minutes later with her ball and brings it to you and drops
Right.
it. So it's like, okay, throw it again. So I threw it again. See, I like air hockey better than I like foosball. I love playing
Okay.
air hockey. Yep, I like me some air
All
hockey.
right. Got a real quick. I didn't
Nope.
clear this through our producer,
Oh.
but this might be okay. Perrin, she and I always talk about the way things used to be on the Outer Banks, and she knows all the trivia. and everything.
Yeah.
All right. So, well,
Oh, that's Granny. Okay.
when we were all like really young and we would go to Kelly's, there was also Atlantis, there was
the
Mexicanos,
meat market,
there was
yep.
Kelly's, and have a good time. There was bands that played there. There was even,
Right, meat
Bob
market.
Mueller was Bouncing Bob back then. He'd play his 45s, maybe a few CDs because they were kind of new. But there was a band called the Neurotics that I particularly liked with Rick Oslin. And we talked about him before because I ran into Rick at the Seafood Festival, the Outer Banks Seafood Festival 2 years ago. I hadn't seen him in 30,
Which Rick are we talking
35
about?
years. Rick Oslin.
Okay, him.
Okay. He's also got a band now, years later, called Peer Pressure.
Okay.
And the town of Nags Head, they're doing the summer concert series at Dowdy Park.
Okay.
Well, this Wednesday, July 2nd, 6:30 to 8, that band's going to be there.
Sweet.
You might want to check it out. Could be a best
Nice.
bet for you. There is a chance of rain at this point, but, keep an eye on the sky, and if it's something that might be your bag, might want to check it out.
All right. Now I have to ask
Yeah.
for everybody that's in this with an hour radius of us. We'll say an hour and a half,
Okay.
whatever. Did you get rain on Saturday afternoon? Did you get rain on Sunday afternoon?
Good
Just
question.
curious.
Good question.
I'm just curious.
Mhm.
Inquiring minds want to know. Just curious. All right, Lori Lee's gonna. My lazy day was yesterday. It was he was a tennis pro, wasn't he?
Yes.
Sure.
Yeah, probably Sanderling or someplace in Duck even. I can't
Nice,
remember, but
okay.
you're right. You're right. Absolutely.
Okay.
I don't know. This is,
Need rain. My oleanders are wilting. Oh no.
oh, oof, okay.
Saturday got
Around 5 p.m. Okay.
around 5. Okay.
Oops.
Tammy met Sharon after I was stood up. Sharon's sister asked if I wanted to meet her. I remember you telling us that. Kim, yes, Manio, Burnside, 1 inch of my ring gauge. Wow.
All right.
See, that's
okay. I was thinking 1 to 2 inches for sure, because there was a downpour, man. I mean, for real.
it. Well, see, I'm in Manio too, but I wasn't there.
You were at the beach.
I was down near Body Island on
Yeah.
at what they call Coquina Beach,
Mm-hmm.
and do we get an entry every time we text? Yes. No, there's more. No, you're only allowed to enter once per word, basically.
Mhm.
Until the next time. So, but yeah, you're allowed to.
Right.
You're welcome, Ruth, and tell Keegan and Freddie.
Absolutely.
Have fun. Sea Ranch.
Uh,
Oh, is that where he was a tennis pro? Maybe
is
Sea
it?
Ranch. Okay.
It was a Sea Ranch.
All right.
Okay.
No rain yesterday at 5. Okay.
All right.
All right. At mile 5. 5 miles. Mile post 5. No, it poured on Saturday in Manio.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it poured.
I was there.
That's when I was at the beach,
I
and
was
it's nothing.
painting nutcrackers inside of an air-conditioned room. Don't laugh at me.
And the rain, that picture I
could-
showed you guys of the rain, that was literally yesterday. I could see it. And I could see on Saturday when we were at the beach, I could see the rain,
Mhm.
but it didn't hit us at all.
All
But
right.
people were like, saw the clouds coming in, they're like, and they panic and they pack up and they leave. And I'm like, oh, great. More of
Or
the
you
beach for us.
enjoyed the day too. Just your day
You
off,
too.
isn't it?
Yes. Enjoy the pool.
Absolutely.
Chill in the pool.
Mm-hmm.
Ruth is from Baltimore. We've discussed this, Gary. She lives on the other side of the Francis Scott Key Bridge.
Taking notes.
Come on, man. And now she's, pay attention. Pay attention, Gary. Pay attention. Attention. Pay attention.
All right. So everybody's got a Monday to work on.
Ugh.
And if you don't have to work, hey, more power to you. Work on
Ugh.
something. Do something for yourself.
I'll work on going
Do
home and
something
going to
for
bed.
somebody else today. Make them happy for a little while. You know, give it a shot. Let's see.
Ugh.
From Franklin.
Oh, okay. So she's back in. She's coming back today.
Okay,
All right, guys. We
cool.
have about a minute left.
Yeah. Don't forget 9:20ish. Forget the question about the patriotic story.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, but
25
chance-
bucks
another
up
chance
for
to-
grabs.
To answer that question.
And if you win that one, and don't forget it's through
Mhm.
Facebook Messenger. And if you
Can't
win that
afford to pay
25
attention.
bucks, can't afford to pay attention.
There's an app for that, Gary.
There is an app for that. Yeah, maybe you could qualify for assistance.
You maybe do compensation.
Yes, you maybe do compensation for not being able to pay attention.
All right.
All right.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, everybody have a great
Bye-bye.
day. Bye, buddy. And enjoy whatever it is you're doing today. I know we will. And don't forget, fireworks are illegal
Yeah,
in
there you
Dare
go.
County and probably in Currituck County and probably in
Yeah,
Washington County. And
that's right.
I think they're just pretty much illegal all over.
Yeah, fun killers.
Yeah.
Bummer.
And I'm not a big fan of, I wish they would just do drone
That would join
shows
drone show.
instead.
All right. Have a good one.
Anyway, all right, guys.
Later,
We are
Gators.
out until tomorrow. We will see you then. Bye-bye.